Yo guys. Okay, so welcome back. This is number 2. I don't know if I'm going to call it episode number 2 or if it's just going to have number 2, but this is number 2. This is the second one. Today we're going to be talking about the different things that we're going to be doing with the channel, where it's going, what I'm doing with it, where I'm heading, where I've been, just a whole lot. We covered a lot of it in the last one, the interview, but we're going to be going into more detail and just, throwing a whole bunch of stuff in there. So the YouTube channel is mainly for me, myself, but it's also a way for me to basically be able to bring stuff out to you guys and for you guys to be able to get personal insight into everything that I have going on outside of music, as well as inside the music, and just like, not day to day, but just life in general. It's also a diary for me, practically, a way for me to sort of look back on it in a few years' time and see the differences, see what I had going on now in comparison to then, which is going to be cool. Hey, future me. I watch a lot of Outdoor Boys, and if you guys know who Outdoor Boys are, shout out to them. They're great. I say they're. It's one guy, it's a dad and his family. And although he may not have made it for this reason, I mean, he might have, I'm not entirely sure, but I like the idea of him making all these videos as a way for him to sort of look back on it with his kids when he's a bit older, maybe when they're older. I think he's got 3 or 4 sons, but I think the youngest is on like maybe 5 or 6 years old, something like that, I don't know. But you know, when they're all in their 20s and he's a lot older, they'll all be able to look back on his family. I think that as a concept is really cool, and I'd love to do something like that. So that's partially what this is, because I'm going to use this to like make vlogs and stuff, maybe like for my birthday or for, you know, when I go on holiday next. I can take a bunch of videos and stuff and compile them together for you guys to sort of see what I've got going on in my personal life. This isn't going to be like a day-to-day thing. I initially had the idea of compiling a bunch of clips over the span of like a week and then putting that out every Sunday. That may work next year when I have more going on, but at the moment where I'm still at work, it's not going to work. Where I'm at work still, it's just not going to work at the moment. But the plan is that, so again, I mentioned this in the last video, but next year I'm going to be taking a year off of work, maybe going part-time, but hopefully not. I'm taking a year off to basically focus on the music and focus on my career as a musician and as an artist. And the plan was that during that year off, I could do sort of like weekly updates in terms of what's been happening and what I've been doing, putting on the YouTube for everyone to sort of see and stay up to date with what I've got going on, whether it's a gig or I'm going to a gig or a show, making a new song, recording, writing, just going out, spending time with, like, you know, my sister or my friends. And even if I'm just staying home, even if I'm sick, you know, there are other things I'd want to do on the channel. I'd love to do a bit of gaming or, you know, vlogging and stuff like that. Even cooking, you know. I'd love to just sort of see where I can take this and not like run with it, but just see what I can do with this. Because I feel like there's so many options with YouTube, and I probably will end up doing that at one point. I don't really have a plan with sort of where this is going to lead to. I don't have like the idea of, okay, I want to get millions of subscribers and do have a massive account. No complaints if it becomes that, but that's not the plan right now. It's just sort of a way for me to push myself out and show myself to you guys besides the music and besides Instagram, because that's another thing. I don't entirely enjoy posting on Instagram. I initially started posting on We All Love Ivy as like a shit posting account to basically just chat shit, and for people to, I wanted to make like a community for people to just come on and comment about maybe something to do with the post, or even if it had nothing to do with the post, that was no problem, just to have a conversation with someone, because I feel like I struggle a lot with having those conversations with people in real life since like COVID and going to secondary school. I think growing up and becoming an adult, it's made it a lot more difficult for me to not express myself per se, but just talk to people and get to know people. And I don't know why, but I like the idea of doing it over social media because there's no anxiety of, you know, thinking of what to say on the spot or anything like that. You know, you have a bit more, you can take a second to think about what you're going to say and what you want this conversation to be about before actually having that. And I want this to be the same sort of thing. I want to have like a community on here that we can have a conversation, whether it's to do with what I'm putting out there, what you guys are putting out there, what we, you know, whatever you want to talk about basically. And yeah, that's what I'd like to garner and create. So I think we can do that here, and I think that'll be fun to do here. So that's another point of all of this. Yeah, so a little history. So we're gonna go back 2 years ago now, almost 3 years ago, I initially wanted to go to uni because I initially wanted to be an actor. Music was going to be my secondary thing, but I wanted to go into acting first. I did drama for GCSE and A-level, and then I was going to go to Met Film School to study acting on the screen. The deposit was £8,000.
What did he say?
I took a year off of school basically. I didn't go to uni straight away after A-levels. I took a year off and I managed to save up 4,000. The whole plan was to use my bursary to pay off the rest of the money for the deposit. And then it was like a week or two before university was meant to start, and I got an email from them after I'd explained the whole plan to them. And they were nice about it, but they basically said that we can't do that. We need the full £8,000 now before you start, not like a week or two in when you get your bursary, which is crazy, but hey ho, what can I do? And then I sort of had the decision of, okay, do I wait another 4 months, save up that money, and then go to uni the following year? Or do I just not go to uni? And I made the stupid decision of doing the second one, where I really should have gone to uni. It's not like it's a regret, but I kind of wish I had gone to uni, even if it wasn't to do acting. I wish I had then gone to uni to study music, but at university. But what I ended up doing was I didn't go uni, and I used that money to do driving lessons and get a car. And then I thought, okay, if I can't do acting, I will do the second thing I want to do, and I'll become a musician. Because I thought music was just so easy to do. I thought I could just make it. And I bought 2 backing tracks, which leads me on to the second part of the video, which is me releasing my first songs. I bought 2 backing tracks, and I made Faded and Sell My Soul, which was early last year. And I quite literally, I bought the backing tracks, and then at work when I had free time, I had my Apple headphones, and I would record my vocals like that inside like my break room. They were terrible, but I loved them, and I was proud of them. And I sent Faded off to someone on Fiverr. I found a guy on Fiverr to mix, not even mix, just to master the song, because I didn't even do any mixing, just to master the song. And I said, okay, here you go, master it, make it sound good. He sent it back to me, and it was terrible, not because of what he did. I thought it was terrible just because I didn't put in any work beforehand. I just kind of sent him like raw vocals on top of a paid backing track and was like, yep, make it sound great. And I got sent back to me. I thought, okay, I need to do something about this. This isn't going to work. I thought, okay, I have to learn how to mix and master them. So that was the next thing, learning how to mix and master. And I started slowly learning. I slightly mixed Faded, and then I mastered it, put it out there, thought it was amazing. It's not. It really wasn't. It really wasn't. But I put it out there, and then I did Sell My Soul, mixed that, mastered it, released it like 2 months later. And I was really proud of that. Did a music video for that. And then I kind of just took a break because I thought I want to start working on like a little bit of a project, but I don't want to have to use other people's backing tracks. I thought if I'm going to be a musician, I should be able to play the instruments myself and sort of like do everything myself. I had this idea of when I eventually am able to go into a studio and work with a sound engineer, then I'd love to be able to sit there and say, okay, I want the song to sound like this and I want us to change that and actually know what I'm talking about. So it was like me learning how to mix and master allowed me to do part of that. But then when it came to instruments, I knew how to play drums and I knew a few keys on the keyboard. So I got my sister to start teaching me how to play guitar. And I kind of took a break from music and I took a bit of, I'll call it like a hiatus, where I just learned a whole bunch. And I think I released Faded in last year, March, and I think I released Sell My Soul last year in May, and I didn't end up releasing anything until this year, May, which is when I released the EP Metamorphosis. But between that whole time, I was learning more things to do with mixing. I learned how to actually compress something and how to use EQ and reverb properly, how to time things properly. I was practicing on the guitar. I bought a proper setup. I bought a mic, I bought Scarlett Pro. And yeah, I just got a few things kind of in check because I thought if I'm going to do this, I want to be able to try and do it properly and do it myself. So yeah, I started learning a whole bunch and doing a whole bunch. So then I started teaching myself how to mix and use all these different plugins, which I had no idea how to use, but I learned how to use them. And then whilst learning all of that, Tanya was helping me write some of the songs, helping me with keys and notes and chord progressions and all sorts. And then we came down to making Better/Better. And then I said I wanted her to use the guitar. Can you play it? Because you're better playing the guitar than I am. And then yeah, we ended up using her playing the guitar for the song, and then she would sing the chorus with me because I need to work my vocals as well. But she would sing the chorus with me, and we were singing it together, and we was managing to harmonize together. And I thought, why not just get on the song, you know? Because she's always wanted to do music as well. Tanya's been singing and playing the guitar since she was a kid, and then she sort of stopped doing it as she got a bit older. But she's still got the skills for it. She's always had the skills for it. And I thought, if you're gonna help me with the song as much as you are, you may as well be a part of the song. You may as well be in the song. And she was a bit iffy at first, but then she thought, why not? It's just vocals. So we managed to record that together. And then I spent I think we had the whole EP recorded, as in all of the instruments, all the vocals, everything, maybe February, March. And then I spent from then up until literally maybe a week before release. No, probably 2 weeks before release. Mixing and mastering all of it. Once it was all mixed and mastered, it was, taking promo stuff. I sort of set myself a deadline because I was going on holiday on the 20th of May. And I said, I want everything released before I go away, because I don't want to have to come back from holiday or be on holiday and think about, oh my God, I have to come back and mix this, and oh my God, that still needs to be mastered, and oh, I wonder if I can change this and change that. And I managed to get everything done in time. We released 5 songs: Mourn, You Don't Get to Know Me, Young, Bitter/Better, and Lament. We had 2 more songs that we wanted to release with the EP, but I just said they need more work done on them, and we don't have enough time to be able to do that at the moment. So I'd rather just focus on what we have and do that well than focus on more and do it not as well. But I was really proud of it. I went on holiday and I had a great time, sort of not thinking about everything, and it was nice because it gave me the time to take a step away from it all and then come back and go straight back into it. And we haven't released anything since then, but we've had music done and we've been working on so much new stuff, and it was sort of just figuring out the right time to release things and making sure that we had a bunch of content prepared for it, for the release, to hype the songs up. And now that that's all done, we have releases coming out from next month onwards. For the next 6 months, we sort of have like a year plan basically, because I love planning, which this is actually going to be helping me with, because it allows me to sort of plan everything in advance for the videos as well, because you guys will see all this after it's happened, obviously. But it lets me sort of think, okay, I'm going to be doing this, and this. So then that means that I can have that, and that in the videos, get it done, get the video done, put that out, and then think about what's happening next. But yeah, so then we released the EP. I came back from holiday, and me and Tanya had the whole discussion of, is she going to be joining me? Are we going to be a duo now? Is it going to be like my thing and then she's there for some of it, or is she just going to be helping me in the background? And I wanted Tanya to be forefront there at the center with me. I wanted this to be us. So it was a lot of pushing, but it was because she's also striving to be a teacher. So she's doing her teaching course right now, and she was worried that she wouldn't have enough time for both of it. She wouldn't have enough energy. And it's a lot of, even right now, it's a lot of working around everything. And we argue about it sometimes because, she doesn't have as much free time as we both wish she did to focus on this. And then it's sort of like, okay, well, with the free time we do get, we have to just focus on this, and we can't do the things that we maybe want to do outside of the music. And yeah, it's just a whole lot of like back and forth. And she's only been doing it for a month now, coming up to 2 months. So it's like still figuring things out. But yeah, I came back from holiday. So I had my first live performance last year, October, and I didn't have anything up until June. I went on holiday in May and came back, and I had a performance. I think I came back on the Wednesday, and I had a gig on the Saturday. So it was literally the week I got back, which was kind of scary because I hadn't done any practicing whilst away, obviously. But it was okay because we had one show that had been lined up for 2 weeks after I got back. And then the show that we did the week I did get back, they only asked me that week, as in whilst I was still away. So it was okay because I came back, had that first show, and it wasn't terrible, but it kind of gave me a warm up for the following show, which in my opinion went great. Tanya got on stage with both of them to perform Bitter/Better with me and You Don't Get to Know Me with me. And that was previous to us having any like proper music done together other than Bitter/Better. She had worked on all the other songs, but she wasn't in them. So it was a bit of a struggle trying to now fit her into them. And it's also not the type of music that we wanted to make together. I feel like the EP was very much so me allowing myself to just kind of talk about the stuff I want to talk about, turn it into a song. and like leave that stuff behind. It was also a lot of, I mean, You Don't Get to Know Me I did whilst I was in college, my first year of college. So it was like stuff that I had been working on so long ago that I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to show this to everyone. I was then able to show it to everyone, which was nice. And I'm glad that I was able to do that. And it's nice that I was then able to kind of put that all away and put it to the side and be like, okay, I'm done with that now. Let's focus on something else. But yeah, so then we performed together, and then we was asked to perform for, was it R&B Finest? I think it was R&B Finest, and they were getting co-hosted by Soul City Sessions, which is a performing host, I'd say, for events in America, in the US. So it's sort of like, okay, we need to be able to show them what we're really about and what we can really do. And then we had to, not rush really, but we had about a 2-month span to get more music done to be able to perform. So we created Headliner, got that sorted. That was done, that was ready to perform. That probably took the longest, that took like a month of our time. And then it was like, okay, maybe took over a month, but we had about 2 weeks before the actual show. And we didn't want to just perform Better and Headliner, because there's just such completely different songs, it just wouldn't work. So we had to work on some new stuff. So then one evening we literally sat there and said, okay, we need to make a new song. And within that evening, we came up with the whole of Indecisive. We made the whole backing track, wrote down all the lyrics and said, okay, backing track's done. I will start mixing that right now. Let's work on the lyrics and then let's record tomorrow. And then we did exactly that. So Indecisive was recorded in about 2 days. Everything was like sorted. And then I spent the next week mixing and mastering it, and that was done. And then I thought, okay, well shit, we've still only just got three songs to perform, you know, or if she went, you know, we ended up doing You Don't Get to Know Me as well, so it was 4, but I was still like, I'd rather have 5, 25-minute set. So then Tanya went home, because I got quite busy with work. Tanya went home, I think she had a break off of her teaching. No, this was, I think she had a break from her teaching. Well, this was just before her teaching started. And she ended up making the backing track for Love. And then we wrote to it, but it was sort of a case of that we didn't have to have the vocals done. It was fine, we'll just get the backing track done, figure out what lyrics we want to use, practice singing it, make sure we're happy with it, and then just perform that live. And that's like literally what we did. So it was kind of scary in the sense of that we hadn't actually had any vocals recorded. We didn't know entirely how we wanted the song to sound, but we knew the general gist and we'll go perform it. And it did come out pretty good. I was really happy with it in the end. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, we got all of that done. And then it's just been a case of, from then till now, it's been a case of slowly mixing them, mastering them, making sure we're happy with them. And I just got all of them done literally this week. And the other day we sat down and we decided when the release days would be, promo days, what promo we'd be using. Over the past few months, we've been getting like videos collected and curated and stuff. We've had like photo shoot days, video shoot days, with the help of Scar. And we've just basically been focusing on getting all that done. And now that we've figured out release dates and like a release plan, we can start rolling it out. And that's going to actually start from next week, which I don't know when you guys will see this, but that will start from the first week of November. So yeah, that's all going to happen. Exciting. In between all of that, we've had issues, obviously. Again, obviously time being the biggest, I want to say the biggest one, but in terms of like technical issues, the Mac, so I've got a MacBook Pro from 2020, love it to bits. I wouldn't be doing any of this without it, but the processor is an Intel Core 5, i5, whatever it is, and it wasn't, okay, backtrack. I got Logic because we needed to start creating the music in a more professional setting, in a more professional way. It's not a problem, in my opinion, using GarageBand. I've been able to make amazing music using GarageBand. I know other people make amazing music using GarageBand. But moving forward, we had to eventually get Logic. And I thought instead of kind of like pushing it off, I would just do it now. So I bought Logic, and then I thought, amazing, we'll use it. Started using it, and we'd have 5 instruments up. They'd all be playing together, and my Mac would just crash. So that wasn't great. And I thought, okay, we've got Logic. Seeing as we upgraded the DAW, we now need to upgrade the system we're using it on. Hence the iMac, my baby behind me. So we got that as well. Big chunks taken out of my wallet, but it's all good. And then we had the issue of the mic breaking. It was before we even got the iMac, but I was sitting there and I thought, okay, let me try and add some extra like backing vocals and add the stuff to Love, just to kind of like fill up some spaces that I thought were a bit empty. And I tried using it and my mic was just crackling as shit. I was like, great, that's amazing. So I had to sort that out, and I emailed Focusrite. I emailed Focusrite and they got back to me, and they basically just asked me a bunch of questions. They asked me a bunch of questions like, what laptop are you using? Have you checked all the wires? Have you checked the headphones? Have you checked the mic? And it's annoying because it's all a big bundle. It's like you have to check everything separately, which I have done, and I've concluded it down to it being the actual like Focusrite box, the Scarlett Pro box. So I need to get that sorted, which is annoying, but hey ho, gotta get it done. And yeah, it's just been a lot of buying new things and trying new things. We got a new plugin called Butter. Shout out Butter, shout out the guys that made Butter. I'm gonna put their stuff, it will go like here, their Instagram and stuff. They're doing some cool stuff. I'm not the best guitar player. I can play guitar simply. I'm like a novice player. I love the sound of guitars. I love the sound of guitar and music, but I'm not the best at playing it. And Butter is basically a plugin. I mean, I'll show you guys here. But Butter is basically just a plugin to allow you to play guitar with a keyboard. It's really great. I love it. I love how it sounds. I love using it. We're yet to make a full song using it. I think that's the next thing we're going to be doing, but that's really cool. So we got that as well. I think everyone should at least go and try Butter. I'm pretty certain they've got a free demo. If not, it's £100 or $100. And yeah, just go check them out. They're cool. They're doing some cool stuff. So shout out to them. And in terms of cool stuff that's been happening, we've been going to a lot of events recently, just to meet new artists and stuff. We've been going to SPF, which is sort of like a party thing basically going on in London. And the first SPF event it featured Coltrane. Coltrane was there. And we had seen Coltrane a few weeks prior at Halia Presents. So that was really cool. I got a picture with him. I'm gonna put that here. Yeah, that was really cool. Met Coltrane, and then we went to SPF because he was I don't want to say co-hosting, but he was there basically. That's how we found out about it. And we had such a good time that we've basically been going to them for the past like 6 months. And we're actually going to their Halloween party, which is in a few days. And when I edit this, I will put the videos from the Halloween party here, right now. But yeah, they've been really cool. They've been really fun. And it's also allowed us to sort of meet a lot of cool new people. It's not private per se, but you do have to like RSVP in and show up on time, otherwise it gets packed out and you won't make it. But yeah, that's been really fun to do and really fun to go to. And we also went to Chamomile Clubs. They did a collab with One Studio. I think they're called One Studio. Sorry if I'm wrong. I will put SPF's stuff here, Chamomile Club stuff's here, and I think they're called One Hand stuff here. But they did a collab and we went to their show, which Moyo was hosting, which was amazing. He put on a bunch of great artists from London as well as Ireland, and they all performed brilliantly. Yeah, we went to Chamomile Club, saw a bunch of great artists. I had the best seat in the house. So the way it was set up, it was basically just someone's like apartment / flat. You would like sit on the floor. They had like a little thing going on in front of you. But there was a sofa to the left. So if like everyone's performing right here, people would be sitting like here, but there was a sofa here. And Tanya and Scarlett sat on the sofa, but there was a couple sitting on the sofa as well, and there was only enough space for them. I didn't want to just go sit off to the side by myself because I felt awkward. So I said, okay, I'll just sit on the floor by their legs. Should be fine. But I didn't realize where everyone's performing right here, I'm literally there. Like I'm right next to where they're performing. And I was so scared that someone would like trip over or they'd ask me to move, and I was like getting really anxious. So I was like, I don't want to have to like sit somewhere by myself. But they didn't end up asking me, and I wasn't really in the way. But it meant that everyone who performed, if they wanted to like look at someone in the audience to sort of sing with them, they would look at me because I was closest. So I had like everyone sitting there singing to me and like looking down at me and singing to me, which was really cool. Moyo ended up, he was performing Moments, and he sort of like looked down and just like started singing with me, and we had this little like vibe. It was great. Loved it. So that was really cool. But yeah, we had that. We met some cool people. Met the guy who worked on Moments with Moyo. He plays the keys. He also plays the drums, and I'm pretty certain a bunch of other instruments, but he was playing the keys for that night. His name's Abdul. He's great. Met him for the first time properly because my sister and him had been like talking over socials for a few weeks, and then also ended up seeing a lot of the artists that I'd listened to on like a daily in person. I didn't really like meet them, they get to talk to them, but like they'd just walk past me casually, which was crazy. I had Kid Apollo walk past me. Santino the Saint was there. Who else? There was a good few artists there who I recognized, and that was like weird but also cool to be in the same space as them. So that was really nice. That was really cool. And shout out to Tanya for actually finding all these things out and like finding out where they are and like getting us to go there. Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for her, we probably wouldn't have gone. So yeah, thanks, Danny. But yeah, that's been some cool stuff going on recently. Another fun thing, well, not fun thing, but another good thing like going to all these events is I don't like using Instagram. Bruce Dutton said that earlier, but I know I need to as an artist to be able to push my music. Tanya is mostly in control of the social media, especially for like our like account together. But for like my account and stuff I put up, it is all done by me. And it's been nice to be able to like meet these people, whether they're an artist or DJ or photographer or just like someone who likes listening to music and going to these events, meeting them and being able to like share our love over something, follow each other. I feel like my Instagram is just very much just random stuff and like following random people, a bunch of meme accounts. But this has kind of allowed me to be able to like meet people and have genuine interests together and be able to follow each other on Instagram. In my opinion, like use Instagram the way it was meant to, if that makes sense. So that's been nice. Yeah, talking about performing live, little story time. There was a girl whose post come off my Instagram, my reels. I'll put her up here. Okay, this is her Instagram post. This is her account. Go follow her. She's cool. But she had a story time about she went to go perform for R&B Finest, who are the same guys that I performed with a few months ago. And she was saying how the guy who was hosting, who she had been in contact with the whole time, basically didn't respond to her for the majority leading up to the event, and then didn't even show up on the night. So she was there, the DJ, or I think it was maybe the sound engineer, or the DJ, whoever it was, he was there. But the actual main host, who was meant to be the DJ, didn't show up. She made a whole post about it. Go check it out. It's not cool, but you know, she talks about it a lot and she explains how it all went down. So definitely go check that out. But I just want to sort of say like my part in it, in that I performed last October for the first time with this guy at what was it? Who was it with?
A few moments later.
Yo guys, I'm back. I might look different. The whole thing might look different, I don't know. Basically, the camera records on a 12-minute like timer per se, because it can't hold more storage than how much 12 minutes is. So then it just cuts off basically. And then the camera died, so I had to charge up. Anyways, we're back. I'm gonna finish the video off. So it was a story time, which is where we cut off. Basically, this girl made a post about the guys who I had performed with for my first gig and who I'd also performed with. They hosted all the R&B Finest, the Next Stars, as well as R&B Social. And she basically was saying how they didn't show up for the show. They were very bad with communication throughout the entire process. And it was this whole thing, and it was terrible. And I just wanted to sort of put my 2 pence in that when I performed for them for the first time, which was last October, they had sent me a message saying that if I got 10 people to come, then I get £50. Now, money isn't the reason why I performed in the first place or why I did perform, but of course, as a performer, you do expect to kind of get paid because you're doing a job for them. You know, without the artist, there is no show. Without the show host, there is no artist to perform. You know what I'm saying? Like, it works both ways. And I managed to bring 17 people to come. Oh no, I managed to bring I think 15 people to come for the first show, but 17 tickets were bought. I performed. Everyone showed up for me. Love them all so much for coming. Thank you so much, guys. But then after I'd messaged him and said, you know, bought this amount of people. When am I going to get paid? How does that work? Blah, blah, blah. He didn't reply to me for a good few weeks. He left early on the night anyways, but he didn't reply to me for a good few weeks or a good few months even. And then when he did finally reply, he said, you didn't make the cut, as in you didn't bring enough people. I was like, well, no. Here's a screenshot of you saying 10 people equals 50, and here's all of the ticket screenshots of the 17 people that bought a ticket. Didn't reply to me, then the account got deactivated. He ended up hosting the next show that I performed when I got back from holiday. And leading up to that, I didn't know who the host was. there's no information about who the host is, which is obviously a red flag anyways. And I should be checking these things more, but I feel like getting the opportunity to perform in the first place is a big thing for an artist like as small as I am, or small as me and Tanya are, like a group like us. So getting the chance to perform anyways is a big thing. And then kind of saying no because of the money is, I'm not there for the money in the first place, you know? So it's a bit of like push and pull with all of that. But I wish I had spoken out about it sooner, because I feel like had I have done so, it would have allowed me to then make a difference. And, you know, when you guys, hopefully if you guys check out that girl's post, you'll be able to see that there are so many artists in the comments saying how they, you know, they had the same thing going to them. Sometimes worse things happen to them. He didn't show up to a lot of their shows, and if he did show up, he messed up their mics, or he messed up sound check, or he didn't do sound check because he was late. Just a whole bunch of unprofessionalism. And I kind of feel guilty in the sense of that. I wish, like, if I had said something, maybe this wouldn't have happened to her, maybe this wouldn't happen to other people. And yeah, it was just really terrible, you know, but he doesn't seem to be the greatest. And I think in general with artists who are coming up, it's hard for them to be able to go do these things and take the time out of their day, knowing that there's no big reward from it. Like, I don't want to make performing all about money, but also if you want this to be your job, you need to treat it like a job, and you expect to get paid then, and you put in the good work because you expect reward from it, you know, which is meeting people, meeting new fans, possibly meeting new artists, sharing a love for something that you do have a love for, but also getting paid. It's a part of it, you know, it's the same as any other job. So yeah, that was a little story time that I wanted to bring up, because that came up on my reels and it literally popped up out of nowhere. It was crazy to see. I was just a bit like, damn. I saw her post and I saw who she tagged in the caption. I was like, oh shit, I know them. I know who you're talking about. That was a terrible situation. But yeah, sorry, I'm trying to think back to the video that I took before. So dumb. But I think I spoke about how moving forward, I think what the plan was. Hopefully I haven't already spoken about this, otherwise this is all going to get cut. But moving forward, the plan was basically that me and Tanya have got a release plan for like promo and songs coming out. But then we basically was going to continue making music and releasing and sort of sticking to that same release plan up until next summer, which is when I then take the year off. And then from there, take a bit of a break from releasing and promotion and start working on a project, which was then when I was going to be able to spend more time making videos like these and, you know, posting more on YouTube, because I'll have more free time to obviously edit and release like these videos, put these videos up, but also more time to kind of have more content, if that makes sense. Like, if I'm doing something like recording, or if I'm mixing a song, mastering a song, or if me and Tanya are working on a new song, writing, whatever it is, I don't think to pull my phone out and record it, or, you know, have the camera up and record what we're doing. Because A, it's kind of like adding an extra adding an extra like 10-20 minutes onto what we're already doing and making sure it all looks good. And that's always on the back of my mind of, okay, is the shot even going to look good? Am I going to want to post it, or is it not worth it? And I'd rather just not think about any of that and just focus on what I'm doing. But I think when I have more of the free time, I can, first of all, play around with where the camera looks good in the room and sort of be like, okay, if the camera's here, I know I can just leave it there and the shot will look good, and regardless of what we're doing, it will look okay. But blah, blah, blah. And I can work that out when I take that time off. So yeah, that's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to that. I think from now until then, I kind of want to work on finding people who obviously A, have an interest in the music that we're putting out, and B, just kind of like, you know, share the same like thoughts, if that makes sense. Like, I want to work on the whole like community aspect of all of it, you know. I want to work on meeting like-minded people and people that are going to enjoy the music, people that are going to be interested in the art that I'm putting out there, people that are going to try and interact with these things more than just a like and let go, you know. I want to make this YouTube more of like a community thing anyways in the future as like the long-term plan. And it'd be amazing to sort of get those people here in the early stages, in the early days. I mean, if you're one of them, if you're watching this, hey guys, it's probably good. That's not obviously the main thing. As I said earlier, the whole point of the YouTube is just as a way for me to get stuff out there and talk about what's been going on in my life. diary these things, but it's just to also have fun, you know. Like, I'm excited. I know that I'll probably end up doing some cool stuff for my birthday, and I'm excited to kind of like vlog all of that and then put that on YouTube and share that with you guys and all that type of stuff. So that would be cool. I can't remember what I said in the last one that I recorded, but I will end it here. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and watching this. I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long for me to put the next one out there. Stay safe, love you, and I'll see you in part 3. Bye, guys.